Settle down, children. Today, we're going to tell the men from the television all about Easter. All right. I know there's lots to get through here, and I know everyone wants to tell some of the story, so we'll hear it from a few of you. Let's start with you, Nancy.
Our Lord brought Peter, James and John into the Garden of Gethsemane with him, and he said to them, you stay there and I'll go up a little bit further. And he went up and he saw the sins of the whole world, and he saw what you are going to do to him on Good Friday. And the sweat come out and drops of blood on him, and God the Father had to send down an angel from heaven to help him because he would have fallen in a weakness.
Very good, Nancy. Now, I want Rita to tell what happened next.
Jesus was planning to Pontius Pilate, and Pontius Pilate was a coward and all. And so he said, take him away and scourge him. And so they took him away and they whipped him till he was covered with blood, until they were tired and all. And so our Lord never said a word because he wanted to suffer that all for us to save us from hell. This day he wasn't even satisfied for scourging him at the pillar, and he said, everybody said on Palm Sunday that you are a king, and we'll get a crown of 30 old thorns and stick it in his head. And so they did, and they go out and start cheering him, and he still never said a word because he still wanted to suffer for us, save us from hell.
Mary, take two.
He threw this big cross on top of our Lord's shoulder, and when he'd fallen on they threw the thorns and the cross would hurt him and all. And so we went down and he fell, and so they thumped him and they kicked him and all. And so he had to go on another bit, and so he fell again, and they thought he'd fallen in a weakness. So they said, oh, we better get somebody to carry the cross with him, because if we don't, we won't get a chance to crucify him on Calvary. And so they seen this stranger, and he was going out minding his own business. His name was Simon. And so they called him over and they said, come here, you stranger, and carry this cross with this man. And so he said he wasn't going to do it. And so they said, well, if you don't, we'll give you a few whips. He said, I'm not afraid of your whips or your spears or anything. And so we looked at our Lord's face, and he said, for love of you, I'll carry the cross with you. And so our Lord looked at him. That look turned him into a saint, and his two families too. When he fell again the third time, he said, we better crucify him before he dies. And so they crucified him. Dug this big huge hole in the ground, and he put a notice up on top of the cross to jeer him. Put 2 robbers each side of it to make more little of him. And with one robber who was cursing and language and all over, and this robber got sorry for all his sins. And he says, shut up your cursing and language and all. We deserve what we get. We kill people, we stab people, we rob their purses. Jesus doesn't. He was a good man. He only cured people. He didn't kill people what we did. And then one robber said to him, Lord, remember me when you go up to heaven. Our Lord said back to him, this very day be in heaven with me. And he died happy because our Lord was bringing him up to heaven. And he spoke another word to his God the Father to forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. And half of them are up in heaven now with that prayer.
We're going to have to leave it there for today.
Right, class. What do we say to the men from the television for all their hard work so far?